Good day, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. Alright, you guys, so I am here to give you your ancestor message. And your ancestor message is about connecting to spirit. So, a lot of you guys are like asking your guides and your ancestors about connecting to spirit, about how to go about connecting to spirit. And there are so many different messages out here, and you know, in a lot of cases it's kind of difficult to cipher through information. All right, and when you're ciphering through this information, you want to make sure that like the information that you're receiving is like truthful and accurate. But the reason why it's hard to find accuracy, or there's so many different renditions of how this thing go, is because there goes somebody ancestor right there. Is because I don't believe that there's a lot of understanding as it relates to spirit, you know. And so to be able to deliver a message in this capacity and hope that it's not lost in translation, but your ancestors want me to tell you that in order for you to know spirit, you have to breathe. It's all in the breath. And it's like spirit has never left you. Spirit has always been within you, but you have not been breathing properly. All right. And so when you focus on the breath, you're able to focus on spirit. And when we're talking about spirit, we're talking about this thing, this ordinary function. It's like something we do every day. But a lot of times when we're doing this thing, we ain't doing it right. We're not breathing the way that we're supposed to breathe. You know, we breathe irregularly, and then when we get into something like Tai Chi or yoga or something like that, then we realize, dang, our whole lives, when it comes to us calming down, it's never been about the way we were taught to calm down. It's always been about how to slow the breath down. But when you do research on slowing down the breath, it will tell you the opposite. It will tell you all these scary things and all of these things that are detrimental to your health. And so a lot of people don't like to slow down their breath because they're afraid something's going to happen, or they are afraid something's going to die. But think about breath in a sense. When you are born, when an infant is born, it's the first thing that enters into the space. All right. When the baby takes his first breath, and I'm not sure if any of you have been in a room where anyone have died or anyone has transitioned or ascended, but I have. And I remember being so young and standing next to my aunt's bedside, and and when she ascended to the spirit realm, I was able to bear witness to what was going on. And I noticed that the last thing that she did was breathe. You know, she breathed, and it sounded like, I don't know, like she was gargling something, but that's what it sounded like. And so thinking about the essence of this ordinary thing that enters into the body as soon as the being comes into existence, and then as soon as you exit out of this body, that's that last thing to go, you know, and that's that last obvious thing to go. So it's important to understand the breath, because breath is connected to spirit, and spirit is connected to soul, and soul is connected to life, and life is connected to this universal consciousness. All right. And that's why sometimes they tell you that you got to slow down, you know, and listen and get in tune with and get aligned with the rhythms of the universe. And they want you to get in line and in tune with the universe, because once you're able to slow down to that universal rhythm, you're able to connect with things on a deeper level. And that is when you connect to spirit. And when you connect to spirit, Now you're able to tap into connecting to your spirit guides the way that you're supposed to, and connecting to your ancestors the way that you're supposed to. But you have to connect with that breath first. When that breath speeds up, that breath creates anxiety. That breath creates panic. Most of the time people with that fast pace, that rapid breathing, that's like that fight or flight, or when that adrenaline is going. But what happens, like when you're getting a massage, the breath slows down. When you're meditating, the breath slows down, and that's when you're able to tap into those different things. So your ancestors are saying that in order to know spirit, you have to understand breath. So you have to breathe. So doing your breath work, doing exercises that require you to breathe and sit and be still. Because in that stillness, that's when you are going to be able to find self. All right. You are oppressed because you feel oppressed and trapped because you are so interconnected and interwoven to all of the things within society, and all the things that society say that you have to be a part of, and all of the things that society says makes you you, or makes you normal, or makes you this, or makes you a winner, or makes you a loser, or makes you fast paced, or makes you slow, or makes you high speed, or makes you low speed. So you tap into all of these things that society says that you are, just because you're not where society thinks that you should be. But if you think about it like this, a lot of those people within society that are making those rules don't have what you have, and not really in the place that you need to be in. Okay, so your guides and your ancestors, they're really wanting you to be aware of yourself and be aware of that breath, have that understanding of self. All right, in these communities, what's happening, and this is why I respect the elders so much, you don't have to do everything that the elders say. You don't have to do, especially if it's wrong, but you don't have to do it. But if it's right, and it's requiring you to slow down and study and grow and things like that, you do not have to. It is not a bad thing to slow down and listen to the elders sometimes. The problem that I'm noticing that's happening within the different communities and within life in itself, it doesn't matter what community it is. First of all, it's not just spiritual communities, it's in everything. Everything in this society is microwavable. Everything in this society is instant gratification. So people want things to happen now. They're the ancestor again. People want things to happen now, and they don't want to be patient. They don't want to put in the necessary work to make sure that foundation is stable. And that's because of this instant microwavable, convenient type of conventional oven type of production that's happening these days. All right. And so in order to be your best self, it's going to require you to spend time with self. It's going to require you to master certain things within self, and you're going to have to heal certain things about self in order for you to be able to master certain things. And when we say master, we're not talking about you just about to be walking around here perfect old Buddha type, monk type. That's not what we're saying. We're saying this is the attachments, that you have to certain things. All right, that's when you're mastering those things. You don't have these emotional energies attached to certain things, and this would allow you now to tap deeper into the things that you truly enjoy doing, that truly resonate with your spirit. But what's happening in this instant microwavable society is that everybody wants the success, the money, the power, but nobody wants the wisdom. And a powerful person with no wisdom is destructive. A powerful person with no wisdom is dangerous. So you could come, a lot of times when you see like people that are in like professions that go rogue, they go rogue because they got the power before the healing. All right, they got the power before the wisdom. So when you're doing these things and attaining things before you get the healing and before you get the wisdom, that's how it's so easy for you to go out there and mess things up or be destructive, be a destructive self. And that's when you see, things rolling downhill, So it's very important for you on this journey to be patient with yourself. Understand self, understand your spirit, understand your breath, attain all the wisdom that is necessary. Conduct all the healing that is necessary. Connecting to working through the shadows, working through the shades that are necessary. Because once you start doing all of this work and you start engaging with other beings, what you have not paid attention to is going to surface. All right, so the things that you have not paid attention to is going to surface, and those are the things that's going to create those vicarious traumas within you. Those are the things that are going to cause you to, what is it called, like go into these different states, not being able to ground, not being able to balance. And grounding is even in the breath. Okay, so that's what your guides and ancestors wanted you to know, that you have to pay attention to the breath and getting into certain things before your mind, your body, and your soul is ready creates a lot of issues in the long term. All right, when we talk about this particular type of journey, or whatever journey it is that you're on, like whether you're trying to start your own business or start your own profession and things like that, you have to understand that all of this is deeper than just the acclaims or the accolades. You have to be ready on not only just the physical level, you have to be ready on all levels. Healing, in order to properly heal, you have to heal on a soul level, on a physical level, and on a psychological level as well. You have all these different understandings that need to happen within your healing in order for you to reach certain heights, in order for you to reach certain places, in order for you to tap into what they call the higher selves. So those are the missing keys. So that information that you're missing, like when you're like, how do I connect to my higher self? How do I connect to this? How do I connect to that? It's all in the breath. You have to breathe. All right, you have to be able to sit down with yourself, slow yourself down, and breathe. So your guides and ancestors, in order for you to know the infinite creator, in order for you to know your spirit or what they call source, you have to know the breath. All right, and even when you're looking at the breath, sometimes you'll notice that one side of your nostrils may be clogged and the other side may not be clogged. Well, if one side of your nostril is clogged, that's going to let you know which side is less active or inactive. And that's when we look into like the different phenomenons that are happening to the body, because even the breath can identify that. So if you're doing your AC/DC breaths, y'all can look that up, how to do AC/DC breaths. You can tell which one, if your right side is free flowing, that means that's that fiery side. All of that explosive side is out. And then if the left side is free flowing, that's that creative side. But if both of them flowing, hey, that's that balance. So if you can breathe through both of them, that's telling you that balance. Not everybody subscribes to this way of thinking. This is just my traditional beliefs. All right, this is just my particular types of beliefs that I live by and different things that I live by. Take what you need and throw the rest away. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Patience and slowing down, understanding this breath. All right, understanding this breath in order to understand self, slowing the breath down. All right, I know a lot of people that say that they don't meditate, but at least breathe, at least do breath work. All right, because maybe everybody can't meditate on their own. Maybe some people need a guide, but there comes a time in your life where you are the student, the teacher, and you're going to rotate between those roles. All right, and you're going to continue to grow and you're going to continue to learn, but you're going to rotate within those roles. That's what your ancestors want you to know. That is how you know yourself. All right, that is how you get closer to spirit. All right, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like the information that was put out on this channel. If you like the content on this page, please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all.